I was kind of worried about this one. What's up, Staunch Gang? I've been going to the movies a lot lately and, watching some new stuff on streaming and whatnot, so I thought I would let you guys know my thoughts on a few of the films. I don't really cover too much newer stuff here on the channel, so that should be fun. As always, you can let me know what to check out down in the comments, but before we get started, hit that like button right now. It don't take that much effort, and make sure you're subscribed. I was so pleasantly surprised with Good Burger 2. The trailers had me skeptical, as did the gap in between the films. I was worried, if it would be an unnecessary movie. Just another cameo-filled, unfunny take of a sequel that should have been left alone. We've gotten a few of those already, sadly. And I'm happy to say that if you're a fan of the original Good Burger, you are most likely going to have a great time with the sequel. Good Burger 2 tells the tale of a much older Dexter, who is still wheeling and dealing and scamming and whatnot in his 40s. And when he finally finds himself belly up, he has no choice, kinda, but to go back to his old friend Ed and his old stomping grounds of Good Burger, where he plots out his next big money idea, again involving Ed. But it turns out the events from 20 years ago had long-lasting repercussions, and the guys find themselves in trouble once again with Mondo Burger, who are back and looking for revenge. The film is pretty fast-paced, for one of these kind of movies. I feel like kids' movies or movies aimed at a younger audience tend to just kind of get going, and this film does that. But it all works, you're going to hear me say that a lot. It all works. They somehow managed to get that old school Nickelodeon feel here. It's so cool. And the story isn't anything too grand, it all kind of feels familiar. There's some retreaded stuff. For instance, once again, Dexter gets Ed involved in a scheme that causes the guy to lose everything, basically. And, all the while Dexter is trying to mend bridges with his niece, who works at Good Burger, and, with his sister, who won't speak to him. They do give both characters a lot to do on their own. You get to meet Ed's family, which is one of the best parts of the movie, if you ask me. And the rest of the crew here is great. Like all the characters that work at Good Burger, again, especially Ed's family, that was just hilarious. But the rest of the guys are pretty tolerable. There's like a twin couple that get a little annoying, but there's nothing too crazy. There's actually an old lady that works there at Good Burger, kind of taking on Abe Vigoda's role from the original, and she had me rolling every time she's on screen, seriously. And overall, the cameos that we did get in the film, there are a lot, they're welcomed here, especially, one quick plot line that features an original Good Burger employee, you'll know him from the original movie, who finds his way back into the fold for a brief moment, and we kind of find out that he never left, and it's just like an out of the fucking blue little joke they throw in there for a little Easter egg for us original fans, And while there are a lot of cameos here, they're quick and they don't feel forced at all. I mean, they even got George Clinton, and there's even a cameo from Sinbad, who of course, was in the original film. Here though, it's kind of low key, straight up.
Are you using a plunger to unclog the shake machine, as in the same plunger we use to unclog the toilet?
No.
Well, the film definitely feels smaller scale and lower budgeted. Again, it all works, and it feels like a Good Burger movie. It's slapsticky, it's wacky, it's heartfelt, it's hilarious. It really respects the gags and jokes from the earlier Good Burger, and all that lore and the tempo of the comedy. It really does respect all of it, and it's handled in such a way that oftentimes the jokes just snuck up on me, which really makes for an engaging comedy. There's very little here that I didn't care for. I guess if I have to talk about some cons here with Good Burger 2, I suppose there's a few scenes that are out of place, in my opinion. Like, there's this scene involving a pop star that just kind of happens. Like, a felony's committed, and then stuff happens on stage with this pop star. I don't even know who the hell's concert it was, or who that pop star was, or if that was even, like, a real person, or just a character for the movie. I don't know. But I also feel like someone my age isn't supposed to know about everything that's happening here. There is a very youthful approach. And I was happy to see Sophia Black-Delia as Dexter's manager at the start of the film. I'm a big fan of hers, ever since that show The Mick, which was wrongfully canceled. And it's a bummer, really, that she just kind of walks off and is out of the film within the first, 5 minutes or something weird. I really did want more of her. I'm a big fan of hers. But that was probably because, this is director Phil Trail's first real movie, as he mainly does TV, including episodes of Single Drunk Female, which also stars Sophia Blackadelia. So I guess it was just like a little friendly cameo, but I just wanted more of her. I think she's a great actress. Again, though, it all just works. And we really see the love here between Dexter and Ed. Even though, yeah, they haven't seen each other in over a decade. The few scenes we get with them are some of the best. And I really wanted more of that. Just a few more scenes involving them two I think would have made the film that much better. But as far as cons, that's not much. You know what I mean? They do have to give these guys their own thing and their own things to do and whatnot. And, everything's just utilized in hilarious fashion regardless. And it all really lends to another sequel or like a spin-off series or something. And perhaps the biggest factor, though, in Good Burger 2's favor is how relevant it all feels. Especially with the ending of the strike recently, the actors and writers strike, and how the film kind of takes on that kind of subtext with the AI robots taking over solidified roles, making workers effectively useless. Well, maybe just some fun subtext, probably, but again, it makes the film feel so relevant in its 2023 release, and it all just works. And not so much, it's not really so much a too little too late affair, which is something I was worried about. As Good Burger 2 was pretty obviously made for fans of the original, and of all that, and in general, of old school Nickelodeon. I don't know, I'm a big fan of the original film, so maybe I'm looking at this with burger-shaped glasses. What do you guys think? Have you seen Good Burger 2? Let me know down below. I, for one, really hope this movie does well and we get other Nickelodeon movies based on properties. Like a Pete and Pete movie, that would be sweet. Or maybe even sequels to older Nickelodeon movies. I'm down for another legit Harriet the Spy. I mean, why not? Thanks for joining me, Staunch Gang. Please like and share this video. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe. Say what's up. Join all the strange fun only on Staunch TV. You see that Christmas tree back there? It's almost a very Corey Christmas this December. See you there.